Welcome back once again to online class, dear children. Today let's have discussion on previous topic only, which actually we discussed in the previous class, which is a part of subsidiary book. In previous class we understood about different types of cash book as on the basis of cash, on the basis of credit. So when on the basis of cash comes, there three important books will come in your syllabus actually. Number one is single column cash book, double column cash book and petty cash. When it comes to credit related book, we call it as in udhar. So when credit transaction occurs in the business organization, to enter those kind of transactions, see, as a customer sometime I may buy goods and services on the basis of cash. I will pay the cash, I may buy the goods. Sometime when I am known to the particular vendor, particular seller, that time I can give the cash or I may not. If I am not giving, later in the future date if I am giving the cash, you think that time for those kind of transaction we call it as credit transaction, credit related transactions. So to enter those kind of udhar based, credit based transaction, we are having a different books, that is purchase book, sales book, purchase return and sales return book, bills payable and bills receivable book and journal proper book. So we'll have let's have discussion in today's session each and every book how actually differs from one to other. So before we could go to further things, let's have discussion on petty cash, which is a important part of cash book. So petty cash book is nothing but where we enter small expenses which cannot be entered in the cash books. Small expenses in the sense I gave in previous class examples already. So what are those? Maybe register, pen, pencil, eraser, whatever as office equipment. Office equipment we will buy, those kind of entries cannot be entered in the single, either will not enter in single, neither will enter in double column cash book. So that is the reason we prepare a separate format, separate account for this kind of transaction. For that we call it as petty cash book. So again in petty cash book two different types will come. Number one is simple petty cash book, another one is analytical. Remember always, these two are type of petty cash book. Number one, simple petty cash book and analytical petty cash book. So only the important thing which differentiate between, only the one thing which will differentiate from simple to analytical petty cash book is, that is number of columns, right? When it comes to simple petty cash book, we will have only one amount column with a particular column, whereas in analytical petty cash book it will be there in comprehensive manner, nothing but each and every expenditures which will be given in the question, separate amount column for the expenditure column we will prepare it. So that thing will differ from simple to analytical. So just I'll repeat. When it comes to simple petty cash book, when it comes to column ways, which the only one important thing which differentiate from simple petty cash book to analytical petty cash book is, when it comes to simple petty cash book, amount to columns will be very few, very less, but when it comes to analytical petty cash book, there it will be more. Number of expenses column will be more comparatively simple petty cash. So better you go for analytical petty cash book, then you feel easy to enter. Maybe number of columns will be more, working notes might be more, but according to calculation wise when we are doing, you are supposed to follow analytical petty cash book. So this is an important part of cash book. Next thing which we are supposed to discuss is, that is about purchase book. So after coming to know about what is petty cash book, what are the two types of petty cash books are. Petty cash book, just I will revise once again, petty cash book is that book where we enter very small expenses which cannot be entered in single and double column cash book. So that is the reason separately one books of account we open. Next thing is which we are supposed to discuss is, it is about purchase book. What is actually purchase book is? Purchase book is that book where we enter the transaction which is occurred on the basis of credit, which is occurred on the basis of udhar, which is occurred on the basis of credit. So when it comes to purchase book, company will enter if company purchased any good and services from the particular vendor on the basis of credit, they will enter in the purchase book. For this respective thing and all, I think I may have sent for performance on row. Performance will differ from one account to another account, that you people remember it. Next comes sales book. Sales book is that book in which we enter the transaction which company actually have done the transaction which is on the basis of credit. If company have done any transaction, if company sold goods and services to particular person on the basis of credit, those sales related entries we enter in the sales book. So here when we are preparing the subsidiary books, one thing you remember name of the vendor, name of the purchaser, name of the buyer, name of the customer. These all things you remember, because in particulars column we write the vendor name, we write the customer name with the debit and credit notes. Right. So that way you are supposed to remember it. Next come purchase return or sales return. So purchase return and sales return books, why we are supposed to prepare in the sense, you see most of the customer they purchase the goods, they will purchase the goods, even company will sell the good, vendor also will sell the goods. When customer don't feel comfortable or customer got any damaged good in the sense, that time some shopkeepers will give the option of returning the goods and services. You might have seen in the online, right? Now online actually you know very well, now customer to business to customer, B2C, we call it as B2C, nothing but business to customer concept. What actually you can see is directly business, directly manufacturer, directly seller is selling goods to the customer. Into B2C concept, what actually customer do is, when they don't like the product, you take Amazon, you take Snapdeal, you take many things or many apps who are fully pledged to sell the goods and services through the online. When they don't like the goods, they can return back to the particular vendor, particular seller who sold the goods. So in that case, if any customer is selling the sold goods, if he is returning back due to some reason, though if it is purchase return, okay, purchase return book it will go. If it is sales return book. So purchase return will be applicable to whom? Purchase return will be applicable to business people. Sales return will be applicable to the customer. In the sense, here company purchased goods, they are not liking it, they are selling the goods, they are returning back the goods. When it comes to sales return, sales who will do? Company will do. When company is sold goods or customer, when they got the damaged good or which they are not liking the goods, if they are giving back to company, for that we call it as sales return. So purchase return and sales return also the part of credit books. Next thing is bills payable and receivable book. Bills payable and receivable nothing but here the bills which we are supposed to pay, we are obligated. Bills receivable is nothing but the amount which we are supposed to receive. So this way you are supposed to open with a bills book. Journal proper book also one important book comparatively all other book. Now you may say already here purchase book is there, sale is there, return books are there and all things are there. Why again journal proper book separately? Remember one thing which differentiates from all other books to journal proper book is, in journal proper book we enter the transaction if company is purchasing, anybody if it is they are purchasing furniture, building, land and all those things which it comes under which asset? Fixed asset. If any fixed asset is purchased on the basis of credit, if any land, building, furniture which we are using for long period, if it is purchased on the basis of credit, those all transactions we are supposed to enter in the journal proper book. You people keep it in your mind and remember and follow it. So journal proper book is maintained for what? Journal proper book is maintained to enter the transaction which is occurred on the basis of credit, and here we will enter the transaction which is related to fixed asset. An example for fixed assets are land, building, furniture, plant and all other things which we are using for long period. So remember these all things, keep it in your mind. I'll just glance once again for today's session. Number 1 which we discussed in today's classes, that is about petty cash. Petty cash book is that book where we enter the transaction which is related to company. The transaction which we enter in the petty cash book, it will be very small expenditures items we are entering. Now which are those small expenses in the sense? Pen, pencil, register, courier charges, postage, telegrams and all other things. Again in petty cash book, when we see, again here you will get 2 types. Number 1 is simple petty cash book, analytical petty cash book. In simple cash book you will have very few columns, whereas when it comes to analytical you will have number of columns more. And next thing which we discussed in today's class is purchase, sales, return books, bills payable, receivable book and journal proper book. Each and these all the books which I told just now, those all based on credit only. On the basis of credit only we do the transaction, we do the business. But books are separate. If company purchase, they will write in the purchase. If company is selling the good, they will write in sale. If company got return the goods which already they sold, they will write in sales return book. They purchased good, if they are returning good, that they will write in purchase return. So this way, based on the situation, they segregate the thing and they enter the transaction in the respective account. But when it comes to journal proper book also part of subsidiary book, part of credit book, where they enter transaction related to if company is purchasing any fixed asset on the basis of credit, those transactions they will enter in the journal proper book. So with this thing, I hope you all are clear with today's part and partial of subsidiary books. Petty cash book, purchase, sales, return and bills payable, receivable book and journal proper book. In the next class we will meet with the next topic, and we'll have also discussion on numericals on respective book also. So if you have any query, children, just feel free to ask and get clarity regarding your queries. We'll meet in the next class with a different topic.